right map to win that first map and give themselves a 1-0 lead in a best of 3. And maybe that could put their minds at ease a little bit and give them the edge in the longer run of this best of 3. I'm not entirely sure if Dignitas put in that much work because they know, oh, we want... Wow, Nico. That is something you just can't adjust yourself to those shots, you know? If Nico comes up with those headshot deagles, you have to watch out so much. And as soon as you have to go for a peek, you have to get around the corner at one point, and you never know if Nico or Nex is on the other side with his infamous deagle headshots. And now Dignitas tried to speed it up a little bit, and that is way more successful than the slow approach they had at the start of the round. But Nex is flying in there as well. Rubino with the reply. It's a 2v2 nonetheless. And the smoke is covering the CTs quite well. Speedy's inside, but he does go down to Rubino with a triple kill. Keeping Dignitas alive and also in the lead. Next with a jumping or a falling deagle headshot from heaven. And yeah, those things are so dangerous. If mousesports comes up with those shots, you can really have a rough time against them. Now, the point that I wanted to make before was, I don't know if Dignitas have put in much more work for this game, because they were probably quite confident of winning this best of 3. Since they completely demolished mousesports on Cobblestone. And Cobblestone is going to be the second map. And that again gives us the question, did mousesports put in work? Did they watch that demo? Did they go back and try to improve upon the very bad result they had on Cobblestone? We will see later on, that's for sure. And if possible, we could even see Mirage being played a second time between the two teams. Now MSL picked up 2 quick frags, and the terrorists will maintain their 4 AKs as well. Dennis was pushed from behind Dignitas with a 3-0. The stack on the B bomb side was not successful for Mouse. Dignitas started off on the A bomb side already, and they quickly knew what's going to happen. MSL was sent around the B bomb side just to pick up frags over there. But now let's see what Chris J is going to do with his AWP. He's going to be a key player. I already pointed that out. And he goes for an aggressive approach here. Tensky was wise to get away again. Oh, and Chris J, the sound fooled me into believing he caught a few points of damage there, but it didn't actually. Still on 100. Quite weird to see or to hear that sound of the HE and then not see the damage being dealt. But Dignitas will try to deal some damage in middle. Dennis goes to work on MSL though, and Rubino's quick to slow down. Quite contrary, but Config is rushing down the speedway. Double headshot. No, not double headshot, but double kill nonetheless. The second headshot was way more important. Nico gone down without having an impact. Speedy's on 12 HP. Mousesports need to hold on to middle and B bomb side. Look at that. Kievi is there. Oh, he had some trouble. I think he was surprised a little bit. But Speedy has no trouble on Kievi. 3v2 now. But it's only Speedy with 12 HP. Config with the triple kill in the round. Speedy flashes himself through the smoke. Maybe he can put up some results. No, he can't. Tensky is coming in to the help of Rubino, who was crammed in the corner on the bomb site. And makes it 4-0. So Dignitas with a commanding lead already. And mousesports will probably feel the pressure rising already. They can get emotional, especially Nexus is a guy that is very emotional about his own game. If he's not working the way he wants to work, and he gets angry at himself, it can influence the whole team, so to speak. But at the moment, Nex himself is doing well. The rest of the squad needs to pick up, though. Mousesports have to have everyone on the server and on this map, especially. Now Kievi with a good spray through the smoke finishes Dennis off. It's only Nico with a deagle. Sneaking into heaven. But maybe he will be sent to hell by the terrorists. Oh, he gave away the position. They will peek him together, and that's a good job. Spraying him together is, well, almost making it impossible for Nico to get anything. And MSL was backstabbing him on top. So Dignitas are doing everything right they could do right. They bring a lot of players to the next rounds. Even in the rifle round, they didn't have too much trouble. So the money is looking very well for the terrorists. They all get frags, so nobody is lacking behind. Everyone is well warmed up. Everyone is ready to take the fight to the Germans. And I wonder if mousesports can pull back a 5-0. If they lose this round, a 6-0 would be horrible for their mental state. And I think that Dignitas could extend their lead even further. And then mousesports' momentum, if there is any, would be broken completely. I mean, there is no momentum in this game, but you never know how they take those losses. Maybe they already adjusted themselves to, you know, if we lose 5 quick rounds, don't worry, guys. We have those special tactics up our sleeves that we can use. At the moment, there is no special tactics by mousesports, just normal play. Nico is thinking about pushing into main. Dignitas is wasting a lot of time and spending a lot of time capturing the outskirts of B. Now Nico spots one on A. Expect somebody to come from door, but nobody there. The CTs go for the B rotation. That was the frag to make the call. Only one player at A, so the rest must be around B. CT's well prepared for that push. Speedy gets pushed out of his direction, out of his position though. Dennis with the spray through the smoke pulls it back. It's a 2v3. MSL and Kierby, the ones that have to step up for Dignitas to keep their winning streak alive. MSL puts down the bomb, so first objective out of the way already while Kierby gets tagged. MSL alone on the side. All 3 CTs come from CT spawn. Kierby and MSL have a perfect crossfire setup, but Nico disposes of the first one. Now they know where MSL is. He's putting up another Molotov, Kierby. And he's putting up another Molotov, and the CTs need to defuse the bomb. It's still blocked off, but they will make it in time. It is getting close, though. If it was the old bomb timings, it would have been a round that mousesports would have lost. But Dignitas still eliminated 3 CTs in the round, so they made it quite expensive for mousesports to win it. And the Danes have enough money to buy up not only in this round but also in the next round. If they do damage in this one and then win the next, they could still force CTs on a very weak force buy or maybe even a save. And that's what mousesports tries to avoid. They know they have to win this round quite decisively. Dignitas on the other side, they will take it slow again. Boosting each other up. Chrissy is there. Nexus on the other side of that smoke. And we've got Config upstairs. Waiting for the call. Nexus is going to be key. He puts down the first one, but Config with a quick reply. Now Speedy with a re-frag. And Dennis is still around behind. They don't know. He knows though. And the headshot is real. 2v4. Rubino and Tensky now the last man standing. They have to get the bomb, and they try to plant at least. Only one player inside the B bomb site, so Tensky has a small time frame that he could capture the B bomb site. But he wisely waits for his teammate, which is usually the right thing to do. But for now, it gives the CTs more time to rotate back to the B bomb site. They don't even know if it's free. Oh, Rubino gets tagged through the smoke, and there was a small gap in there. Chris J and Speedy with the frags. Stuff like that shouldn't happen. If there is a smoke, it should close it off completely. If there is a small gap, the CTs will not let you cross through to the bomb site. Dignitas lose the second round, but they don't really need to worry too much. They still have enough money on 2 players, so they could go for a force buy, and after that the loser bonus, together with a possible bomb plan, should be enough for them to buy up, even if they should lose this round. The mousesports have to keep their economy game on point. Dignitas goes for a rather quick B execution. Speedy's overwhelmed already by Chris J with a double kill of his AWP. He gets pushed by all the terrorists and he will finally go down to Config. MSL with a quick headshot onto Nex. Makes it a 2v3 in favor of the terrorists. Dennis is around already. He takes the point. He takes the frag as well. Nico is down below. He pushes through the smoke. Has that headshot angle onto Config, but somehow doesn't get the frag. Now gets caught with a nade in his hands. It goes down to Kierby, who gets the second frag as well. mousesports can't string those three together, and Kierby is the man of quite a few important rounds so far. Another triple kill for the youngster, going big for Dignitas and keeps them in the running for this first half. A 6-2, a very good scoreline for the terrorists already. If they get 2 more rounds, they are over the hump. You know, if they get 3 more, this is already a very good half. I mean, almost perfect. If you make it 9-6 on the terrorist side, the other team definitely has some homework to do. Now Christian tries to do that, but he runs into Tensky. Just not able to get the frag. Christian, he will. Does he want to save or does he want to drop that AK? I don't know. But he retrieves that AK nonetheless, and he will keep it for now. I expected it to be dropped to one of his full HP team members. But let's see what mousesports is up to. They have 3 dangerous weapons, all deagles and the AK on top. And they have a good stack here. Look at that. The terrorists are about to run into that area with Speedy, Nex and Chris J. And Dennis would be close as well. He can reinforce the B bomb site through heaven. And I don't know, Nico could be the late backstabber as well. So MSL is the one to run in there. Let's take a look at Chris J's position. Oh, he goes down straight away. Speedy though with the refrag, then gets traded by Config and Kierby. Hoses down CT spawn. No joy for the CTs despite their good positioning. Rubino covers as well. And Config with the last one. So Dignitas will not let this eco round slip. 7-2 now in favor of the Danes. It looks like mousesports is unable to take revenge for the DreamHack Zoe Open loss. But this is still the first map, and it's still not even halfway through the match. Now quick play on the B-bomb side. Both teams. MSL comes flying in. Dennis is still outside the B-bomb side. MSL knows where he is. Dennis quick reactions. But Tensky is there. Now next is the line. Next in line. He gets another frag. It's a quick round. A very chaotic round as well. Next doesn't get away with his life, but Nico is so quick. He gets him first. And Kierby with another trade. Oh, this round. It consisted of only trade frags down the line, down the wire. And in the end, it was the Danes that prevailed. I gotta say, though, mousesports did have some very quick reactions and also quick movements. You know, the rotations were on point for Mouse. But Dignitas' trading was better in that situation. The Danes will take it slower now. They have to catch their breath and they know it's a save round for mousesports. They don't want to waste that chance. They don't want to run into a stack. But if you look if you take a look at the minimap, you can see the CTs have a stack, and the terrorists were starting this this round over at the A-bomb site. Now they reconsider and they will go for middle. Nico is there with the deagle. Scary enough to slow the terrorists down for now. Now Config will take point. Almost goes down to Nico there. Quite dangerous for him. Rubino stays behind on the squeaky door, and the terrorists will most likely go for the B-bomb site now. Rubino tries to draw them in, baits him in. Chris J gets the frag though. That shouldn't have happened. Doesn't matter for Dignitas. They will force it on the B-bomb site. This time around the smoke is on point. And Config is also holding down middle. He's got a few more CTs coming for him. They tried to single him out and take him down together. Finally, Dennis picks up that frag. It took them quite a while. Terrace already took recording positions to cover Vent and check it. Dennis with another frag. This could still go the way of the CTs. But now that Dennis goes down, Kiebi and MSL have clinched the round for Dignitas. But the CTs got themselves some good weaponry out of that. So it wasn't all bad for mousesports. But you know, the outcome of the rounds themselves, they were quite bad at times. So, Mouse know what's at stake. The LAN finals are about to be decided for the two teams. They started 4th of February in Vilnius in Lithuania. I hope it's a beautiful city. I haven't been there yet, but I will be there together with a few friends and good mates of mine from Game Show. So let's see if mousesports can pull it back and still qualify for that. It's the 9th place of the world ranking against the 10th place of the world ranking. While Dignitas is 9th, mousesports is the 10th place. And if they qualify for the LAN finals, they could switch places. I mean, mousesports then could have a good shot at the LAN finals. The teams are quite strong, but nothing that mousesports could surprise. The same goes for Dignitas though, who pull it back to a 4v4, but look at their HP, they are so low, the bomb gets dropped. Still plenty of time for the Danes to work with, but Ruben with a headshot onto Dennis. Now speedy heads-up play by him, but maybe a little bit too quick. His teammates aren't there yet. Next finally lines up one on his own, and Tensky is the last man alive. He gets surrounded by the CTs. Chris J held down that angle while Nex was getting around this the forklift and got that angle covered. So the terrorists basically only had that area to hide in. And the CT slowly but surely moved around to close that angle and make it even tinier. That's how you should play a 2v1, but in those chaotic situations where a lot of quick trades happen, sometimes you lose focus of what's important, and sometimes it's simply too quick to react and too quick to coordinate. Now Nico with a surprising frag onto Rubino straight after Rubino tossed that nade around. Nico gets traded though by MSL, and Dennis with another retrade keeps CTs in the advantageous position. Chiavino with that spray through the smoke, and Dennis another chaotic round. The CTs are so quick with the rotations, but the terrorists don't give a single damn. MSL almost pushed through the CT spawn there. mousesports still win the round, but those rounds so quick. The first one by Nico over here onto Rubino. Then MSL pushed in here, took down Nico over there. MSL pushed further down here, got another frag over there. But the terrorists in the meantime, they decimated his teammates on the A bomb site with smoke pushes and smoke pushes and smoke counter pushes and sprays through the smoke. A lot of chaotic stuff coming out of those two teams here. And again, they will push through the smoke. Chris J is in there. CTs need this round to stay alive. They could still make it 9-6. Even though it would be hard for them, it would still be possible. Chris J with a big double kill. Dennis with... Oh, that was a little bit too desperate. Still stays alive. Easy second attempt. But those are the sprays. I feel it myself when I play. You know, you have tagged them a few times, and then you... kind of, you know, you're like, come on, that one bullet, I have to hit it. Let's just start spraying and hope for the best. And those players know how the spray pattern works way better than I do. But usually, you know, you're not that focused anymore because you know one bullet would do the trick. And those are the moments when you lose those spray battles, because you lose focus of the spray pattern and you just focus on that one bullet that has to hit. You somehow mess it up completely. That's what happened to Dennis in that moment. But he reconsidered, stepped back, let his recoil settle, and now he shows us that he can hit those hits when it's demanded. MSL the last man alive, and Dennis with a triple kill. All headshots as well. So 9-6 for mousesports. Dignitas fail to go all the way, but they are very successful in the first 10 rounds, as you can see yourself. They won 9 out of 11 rounds, which is more than enough for a terrorist side. Let's see if mousesports can pull it back. It's still their game to come back into. If Dignitas win the pistol round, this could be very bad for mousesports. The Germans go with a deagle. And look at that. Like a wolf pack. They stick together. Nico doesn't hit those first shots. He goes down to MSL's USP. But Mouse unleashes their ferocious push. Finally getting those frags. 3v3 though. And the CTs have armor while 2 of the terrorists lack the armor. And Rubino has the headshot covered. Chris J goes down. Oh, Rubino, beautiful aim with the pistol. And Kiebi gets rid of the bomb planter. Dignitas will win this first round on the second half. And as I said, it doesn't look too good for mousesports. Luckily for the Germans, or let's say German-European mixture, the force buy rounds on the terrorist side on cash are quite strong. You know, the Tech 9 armor push into the A bomb site. Let's plant the bomb, let's put up some smoke over here and then just pray for some frags, pray for some headshots. Oh, Speedy being a little impatient. Or maybe he wants to bait somebody into peeking. Could work. Oh no. Config is a little too late for Speedy. But in the meantime, Dennis already got the first frag on the CTs. Ah, he's going down though now. The terrorists on that full execution. Rubino already comes in from Speedway while Nico picks off another one. Rubino is in a crucial position, but he's pushed back by Nico. A 4v1 now in favor of the CTs. The terrorists, of course. The CTs down to 1 man. Config only has the FAMAS. And he seems to set up a few frags here. He wants to contest this round. Doesn't have a defuse kit though. The terrorists will exit the bomb site a little prematurely. Oh, but he peeks around the corner. If he had gone for the defuse straight away, they might have lost the round. But mousesports was wise to come back again, and they will win the second round. Now upsetting the CTs as if the caster's curse was turned around and now is a caster's blessing. Mousesports able to win one of those force buy situations. Maybe we can see some more of those. Dennis doing a good job today. Another frag on top of his already 22 kills in 17 rounds. 5v4, and the CTs have the same chances though on those equal rounds. If you have the deagle, you can win those games and those rounds. Look at Config though with the P250. Slowly but surely the terrorists ran into some trouble, but finally they got rid of him, and mousesports win the second consecutive rounds. The CT team still has to save, and Dignitas will let mousesports get closer. And despite the good start by Dignitas in the first half, they could still run into some trouble here if they don't get their economy kick-started. It could be just as bad for them as mousesports' first half here on cash. But look at the CT's push, almost surprised the terrorists. Then Chris J held them down with a scout triple kill. Mousesports make it 9-10 now. One decisive round coming up for both teams. If Dignitas win this one, mousesports would still be able to buy up, but they wouldn't be able to do that a second round in a row. So the terrorists need this round to stay in control, while CT need this round to get back on track. Config now on the B bomb site. He has to retaliate, but only gets one frag, and the terrorists are quick to push in there. The smoke still holds them off, and they figure it's easy idea for them if they wait for the smoke to dissolve and then go for the site, or go for a different approach altogether. Kiev pushes through the smoke, catches Dennis with the smoke in his hands. The CTs will make it a 3v3 again, and Kiabi has middle sealed off. What is mousesports going to do? It's Nico's time to go big as a caller as well as an individual player. Next is the one to get the frag, and now mousesports have to figure out what to do. 2 CTs still alive. They know one was around in middle. He could have pushed back into B, so they figure the A bomb site